Welcome to our first trailer of 2025 for the 50 Faces podcast. This summary is less a trailer than a highlight reel. The year started with a new administration in the US and an explosion of the culture wars and backlash against DEI and ESG labelling. Even engagement has become more cumbersome, and some may feel that the hard-won policies of years ago are going into reverse. Because for this series we had lined up a series of industry experts focused on sustainable investing, this was an excellent opportunity to ask them about the headwinds and their view of them. The views we heard from our guests in Series 1 were surprisingly nuanced and positive. We hear from a sustainable equity manager.
If you really look under the cover, these sustainable drivers are still in place. Decarbonisation is still happening. Healthcare impact is still flourishing. Financial inclusion is still leading to a lot of growth opportunity for businesses across the world.
And from a pair of managers focused on nature-based solutions.
Net zero journey was all about carbon, but really climate adaptation and climate mitigation is all about water.
And perhaps the environment is a little bit more nuanced today. I actually think there's a much greater understanding now that it's not just about net zero. Maybe the disappearance of a net zero alliance gives us a chance to step back and reflect on, hang on, what are the myriad of different things that we should be doing rather than just that focus on carbon. So I see a phoenix rising out of the ashes of the net zero alliances.
We hear from a trustee who grew up on a farm and always knew to be humbled by nature.
I've always understood from day one that Mother Nature's in charge. So you have to respect Mother Nature, and you have to, when the sun is shining and you can get the crops out, do it, because tomorrow they might be gone.
Our conversations span continents and diverse backgrounds, from the Sovereign Wealth Fund executive who trained in the military and who shares what he learned there.
Focusing on the chain of command allows for a strong sense of purpose, that the goal or the mission is more important than one individual person.
To the placement agent who started his career as an actor in one-man shows and shares what that taught him about reading the room.
What I discovered was you need to engage with the audience, and the audience is different every night. Audiences have different personalities.
We discuss working with the emerging body of wealthy families.
What is the family value? What is the storytelling around those values, and how are you going to make sure future generations hear that story?
In terms of process, we reiterate how important it is to distill signal from the noise.
We call it VDM, which is, what does this really mean? Or what does this all mean? And so anytime people give us a bunch of data, including fund managers, we just turn around and say, what does that mean?
And as always, share the wisdom gained from years of experience.
Opportunities do not present themselves every day, and it's kind of just seize the day.
The advice and the mantra that we actually have at the office is to be continued, because you underestimate the dynamic elements. Let's see, to be continued, and then take it from there. Get the best out of it.
So tune in to all of our releases from the start of the year. You can follow us on LinkedIn, YouTube, and all podcast platforms. You can support our work on Patreon with the link on our website, 50faceshub.com.